Today, I am going to talk to you about how I switched careers from a social scientist to an education in computer science to even becoming a front-end developer. If you are someone trying to break into tech, switching careers without a computer science degree, this video is for you. Today, I'll talk to you about 3 things that helped me along the way to break into tech. The first thing is to know what you want and go for it. So I had a full-time job that I wasn't happy with, and I was working 9 to 5 and those type of jobs. I also had an organization that I started, and whilst I was working full time, I was doing that side hustle. It was time for me to build a website for that organization. I don't have money. I had few friends who works in tech, but they never had time to help me, and I understand that now. And so I took my weekends and tried to basically build a website using WordPress. And I remembered when I was done, I was quite happy that I built the website, even though it wasn't programming. But I was just so happy that I built it. I resigned from my job. And so I was like, whoa, I need to figure out if I want to find a job in that same field that I had worked with before, or if I want to pursue a career in tech. And you bet I chose tech. The second thing is to get an education. I found an organization called Pink Dev that does boot camp to help women to break in tech in Sweden. They're still doing big things here in Sweden, and I was so fortunate to have to join their boot camp. And I remember that I paid a fee. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't very expensive. During the boot camp, I learned JavaScript. That was where I also learned HTML, CSS, responsive design. I also learned about Git and GitHub. I had no idea, especially what those were at the time. That's also where I learned about frameworks like Vue.js. We didn't learn about React because they mentioned at the time that React is a bit difficult to learn. But I'm not going to lie, even though I learned about the foundation, it just wasn't like the easiest. Because think about it, especially JavaScript. It was more so like learning a new language. It wasn't the easiest. I was very frustrated. I was confused. I almost was going to give up. I was like, what is this? Now I'm in a position where I don't have a job, and this is my newfound career. Should I just give up and continue with my previous career, or should I just push and then potentially break into tech? But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to switch careers because it's going to be easy to learn programming or even any other area in tech. But if you push yourself, I'm telling you, I always tell people you can do it. So I kept on studying every day. I kept on pushing myself. I kept on doing things publicly, just sharing the things that I learned. I think I was posting on 100 days of code, just saying, writing or sharing the things I've developed. If you're interested in getting started in tech or switching careers, find somewhere that does a boot camp or use platforms like Coursera, Udemy Academy, and all those other platforms. There are all these free resources out there that you can utilize. And I want you to start looking into those. Don't waste time thinking twice as to whether it's going to work or not. If this is something you are interested in doing, just go for it. The third thing that helped me get started in tech is networking. At this point, I had no job. I had resigned from my work. I had done the boot camp. And now I'm like, I need to find a job, right? And so I was applying for a lot of jobs. I couldn't get any. I would do interviews, nothing works. And recruiters will reach out to me and then I will talk to them, nothing. And one time this person was working in an organization, reached out to me, and I expressed to this person that I'm interested in working in tech and I had just finished my education. And then this person linked me to, I think, the company's CEO at the time. It was a small company. And so I was called for an interview and I did all the things that I was required to do. I was offered an internship. I did the internship for like half a year, and then I was hired by that company, and the rest is history. So, what I'm trying to say here is networking is your best option. So, just reach out to recruiters and tell them how you feel and what you potentially want, that you're looking for a job and either an internship to get started with or your first job if you feel confident to start working directly after your education. Just do that, and then you will see it will work out very well for you. To summarize, know what you want and really go for it. Get an education through a boot camp, sign up for a course at the university, use online platforms like Coursera, Udemy Academy. You decide, just start with something. Lastly, network as much as possible. Reach out to different companies and tell them that you're interested in working and that you will find your dream job in tech potentially. If you're someone navigating careers in tech or have switched careers in tech without a CS degree, I post videos every Wednesday. Bye.